is VULKan. Welcome to my video. Did I do that right? I'm just kidding. What is up, guys? My name is VULKan, and welcome to my first Clash Royale video. Today, I will just talk a little bit about myself in order to introduce my channel. So, first of all, thank you so much for the support. I've gotten hundreds of DMs, which took me multiple hours to read, and it was just great because they're all congratulating me. A lot of people offered advice and help for my YouTube channel, and a lot of people even asked for my friend link. So it's been really cool to go from a guy who had about 150 followers on Twitter to over 3K in a matter of, I think, 1 week. Also, it's been really crazy to see that I already have almost 2,000 subscribers, and I haven't even made a video on YouTube yet. So yeah, just thank you guys so much for the support. The first thing that I'll talk about in this video is what King's Cup was like. It was probably the best 2 days of my year. I drove 9 hours overnight to get there. I got not much sleep before the event, but it was totally worth it. I never imagined I would have got first. I knew it was possible, and I knew it was fairly likely that I'd get to top 20, and maybe I'd get to top 8, but I'm really happy with how I performed, and even though I don't think I even necessarily played the best I could play, considering it was my first big journey up on the stage, I really was happy with how I did. And before this, the only other big tourneys I've participated in were CCGS. Um, I got second place to Bernstein Cat in one of the qualifiers, and other than that, I didn't really have much time to try and qualify for CCGS. But I didn't let that demoralize me, and honestly, I think losing to Bernstein actually motivated me to do well in the King's Cup. And yeah, so moving on, the first day of the King's Cup was a little bit awkward, but it all ended up working out. After I won top 8 and got drafted by Surgical Goblin and Clash with Ash as the last pick, which actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise, I got invited to the Cheesecake Factory by Octay. And at the factory, we had dinner, and I got to meet a lot of amazing people and players like Trainer Puts, C McHugh, Ace, Hazard, and just 30 other, or probably more than 30 other amazing pros and a couple of casters. So that was really fun, and it was one of the ways that I got to know some of the people that I've been playing for almost 2 years now. So after that dinner, Surgical Goblin, Clash with Ash, and I went to Ash's hotel to practice with Alvaro's team, and that was really helpful. We talked a lot about strategy for the next day, decks we could build, and we kind of got used to the format for the King's Cup, and we practiced standing up, which actually ended up being easier than I anticipated it would have been. And then the second day, Surgical Goblin and I talked to Saint Belican and got a couple of pictures of decks from him, which I ended up using two of in the actual tournament. So yeah, that the practice was really good. And then at the start of the second day, I was given a VIP pass, which gave me access to a room in the back where we had breakfast and lunch, and the 8 teams that were participating in the King's Cup all went to prepare for the event. And it was really an interesting experience because they had us put makeup on before the event, and I mean, I put on makeup for like a school play before, but I never would have imagined that I'd have to put it on for some type of gaming tournament. And then when the tournament started, my team was up first, and it was pretty nerve-wracking playing in front of so many people and with so much money on the line. But with the energy of the crowd and the casters and my teammates, it really ended up being a lot of fun. And then after we won the tournament, which those final games were so close and they were super exciting. I had a lot of people come up to me and they congratulated me, and a bunch of people took pictures with us, which was also pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the event. And moving on, I should probably tell a little bit more about myself. I live in the United States. I'm 18 years old. I'm a sophomore studying at college in Illinois for a degree in industrial engineering. And I've always enjoyed competition. I played a lot of sports and games growing up, and then I started playing Supercell games 4 years ago. I played Clash of Clans for 2 years, and I played that pretty competitively, but I never spent a lot of money on it. So I was never quite at the top of the leaderboard or anything. And I reached a level 133 in that game, and then I played Boom Beach for 1 year, and I reached level 58 in that game, and I led a competitive free-to-play task force. But as soon as I heard of Clash Royale, I quit Clash of Clans, I quit Boom Beach, I the game was in beta and it wasn't released in the United States, so I changed my VPN to Canada and I downloaded the game before it even was released. And since then, I've spent like all of my gaming time on Clash Royale. So, yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and I guess I should talk a little bit about the clans I've in. The first major clan that I joined was called Yodaphone. I'm not actually sure if it had anything to do with the current Nova, because if I remember correctly, AY either owned Yodaphone or he worked at it or something like that. But yeah, I was in that clan for a while until it was disbanded, and then I moved to Rage Royale. And Rage Royale actually used to be Eclipse's clan, the Eclipse with 1 million YouTube subscribers, and I actually made it into one of his YouTube videos on around August 3rd, 2016. Um, I don't remember the exact video, but I checked my DM history, and that's when I was talking to him about it. So yeah, that clan was really a lot of fun because even though Eclipse was not really online because he spent a lot of time recording videos, everyone else in the clan was really, really active. We had like 33 people on at one time, I think was our record, and we had a lot of fun just messing around and battling each other and joking with each other. But then after a while, that clan was disbanded, and so I moved on to Reddit Alpha, where I really improved a lot, met a lot of great players, made a lot of friends, and probably my favorite experience in that clan was that I finished 306 global on a level 12 account with a level 3 graveyard, level 9 rares, and max commons. And probably the most fun part of that was that I ended up finishing one position lower than one of my best friends in the clan, who was named Ty. And we actually had the same amount of trophies at the end of the season, but since he got to the trophies first, he ended up finishing higher than me, and it was even better because he was using a deck that was almost identical to mine, except he had, I think, 3 cards different. So yeah, that was really a lot of fun, and I probably would have never left there, but a lot of my friends in that clan ended up joining esports clans so that they could improve their competitive skill. So yeah, I went clanless for a couple months, and then I ended up joining Tag's clan for a bit. I joined some other random clans, and I joined Aftershock. And after a couple weeks, Aftershock decided to merge with Boreal MG, which is, or was then, a new clan system and has been growing a lot ever since. And that's where I've been leading up to King's Cup. But last week I got a lot of offers to join esports teams, and it was a really hard decision. And I talked to a lot of people about it, trying to just decide what I wanted to join because all the teams that were offering me were just great teams with great reputations. But I decided to go with Sandstorm because I pushed an account called Majid for 7 months for them. I haven't been super active on that account. A lot of my time on it, I just spent grinding grand challenges because it wasn't fully maxed, so I wanted to get a lot of the legendaries maxed and some of the commons, rares, and epics that weren't maxed. But now it's pretty close, and hopefully I'll have a good season finish on it soon here. But the reason I joined them is because I know that they're a trusty organization, or a trustworthy organization, and I know they have a good reputation, and they're growing a lot. And the esports team is fairly new, but I know it will improve with time, seeing how they've had such a great impact on ladder. So even though a lot of the other teams were pretty tempting to join, I decided to stick with them. A lot of it's just loyalty. But yeah, if you do want to talk to me, my VULKan account will actually not be in Sandstorm though. It will probably still stay in Boreal MG for a while. So feel free to just hit me up and come talk to me whenever. As long as I'm online, I'll be happy to say hi. And that about wraps it up, but I probably should just mention that I actually got invited to the invitational for CCGS, and I'm really excited about it, and I'll try to practice a lot for it. But I kind of think that it's unfair to the players who have played for months now trying to qualify for top six, but I won't complain too much because I'm just grateful that I even got invited. So, yeah, if you have any constructive criticism or negative criticism for this video, please do leave it in the comment section below. I hope it wasn't too boring, and most of my videos after this will be talking about strategy and decks, and I'm hoping to improve my channel as much as possible, so please let me know what I should do in my next videos. I was thinking I could do Grand Challenge decks, or how to push ladder without a max account, or I could even do a video on pushing ladder with a max account. I have multiple accounts, multiple devices, so just let me know what you want to see and I can make it happen. So thank you guys so much for watching. VULKan out.